made it to New Orleans. That's the truck we're picking up. Amazingly, we were able to find a spot.
Amazingly. Got it to start.
Amazingly, Jason got it to start. We were informed that it didn't run on its own power, so that was a pleasant surprise. Like Donkey Kong. People still say that?
Oh, I hear church bells. We've already gotten married, so it ain't us.
Church bells, right?
Alright. You guys see this right here? There's the 1960 Ford F-100. All fully loaded and strapped down. We had to stop and added some more straps. I was nerve-wracked. The owner was nerve-wracked. We're all just nerve-wracked. So we are now leaving New Orleans. We're actually literally right across the street from the New Orleans Mission. So this is our world now. Visibility is probably a football field. I'm following taillights ahead of me. It actually looks better on the camera than it does in real life. We're not going that fast because we, as we know, we do have somebody's baby sitting on the trailer, and we don't want nothing to happen to it. Oh, God forbid, we don't want nothing to happen to it. But this weather is utter crap. We had smooth sailings all the way here, no problem. But now, it is just nothing but downpour, and wipers are on high. They look rubber in the screen. Oh, man, so we just stop. Let the little doggies come and make some wet grass wet even more. The grass is pretty damn green here, ain't it? Is this the other side?
Yeah.
Green bastard looking good, putting in some hard work. My camera fogging? I can't tell. There we go, there's the green bastard putting in some work. So we've been backed up forever. Well, I don't know about forever, but quite a damn long time. And now I see why. We're about to pass by. There's look all the tracks going across. So we had an 18-wheeler spin out and flip over. It happens. Oh, he came from here too. He went across there and hit that ditch. Look at that. Trailer sideways. They had to unload the cargo, I bet. He had to get all his personal line. Oh, that bitch is fucked. That was cool. Guess who's back? That's right. Y'all already, well, actually at this point you know he's back already. Y'all saw the footage of us driving to New Orleans to go pick him up. We're going to get more depth in this on this little guy. Going to do a head gasket, a water pump, and a thermostat on him. He gets up to running temperature and literally just weeps at the head gasket all the way around under the block. And it's been running on a pretty dead cylinder for a long time, so we're gonna try to determine why it has a dead cylinder, and I'm hoping it's just the fact that the head gasket's blowed out. But it's not getting any water in the oil, but I don't think that maybe these blocks aren't designed that way. Not really sure, but what we're gonna do first is crack into it, take the valve cover off of it and get it and start it up, and we're gonna see if all the rocker arms are moving like they should be. I know I've pointed out this little glass float bowl before. I think it's really cool. First thing I'm going to do before I even go taking stuff apart is I'm just going to pull this #1 spark plug here and see what condition it's in. Apparently this is the cylinder that's not firing, so I'm going to take a look at it. After I take a look at that, I'm going to plop it back in, and we're going to go ahead and remove the valve cover. I know this thing starts and runs already. Started and ran it in New Orleans when I had to move it around to where it needed to be to load on the trailer. So that to me looks really, really rich. It's nothing, I don't know if the timing's not set or what, but it seems to be kind of firing, or it would just be wet and clean. But something's definitely going on here that's really, really rich. So that tells me timing or the carburetor is just dumping fuel. You have to drive with this truck with the choke half on most of the time, so we'll see what's going on. There you are. Okay, I got my new battery hooked up, and we got the valve cover off, and we've got our action cam set up to watch the valves, the rocker arms anyhow. So let's go fire this thing up. Oh, the keys. I forgot the keys. Be right back. Alright, well I got my keys. Let's fire this thing up. Got the choke out. Keys go in the hole over here. We're in neutral. Pump some gas. I got it choked. Should be running super. Yeah, it is. Super, super rich. But all of my rocker arms are moving like they should be. I wanted to make sure the cam wasn't toast before I took anything apart. So I'm gonna go charge up my camera now, and we're gonna go ahead and start taking off this intake and dismounting this coil and remove some spark plugs so we can get this head off.
If you're buying hardware freight tools, I feel bad for your son. I got 99 sockets, but a 10 ain't one of them. Feet in the sun, I got all of my riches, but a 10 ain't one of them. Working in the hood without a gun, they got my 99 sockets, but a 10 ain't one of them.
Got all the plugs out, and they look like they've been running rich. I'm going to say the timing on this truck was pretty retarded. Plus, judging by the oxidation, this one looks like the head was steaming nearby it. It kind of accelerated its corrosion there. We're going to find out here in a minute when we pull the head off and look for damage on the gasket itself. But next, what we've got to do is line up #1 cylinder just to make sure that everything is happy and where it needs to be when we go to start pulling the valve train off the top here. And I've got to go do some research on these oil pickup tubes here and see how difficult or not difficult they are to deal with.
You know what's in ain't one of them. You know what's in ain't one of them. Be found. I dropped a goddamn socket and it never hit the ground. I feel bad for your son. I got 99 sockets and a 10 ain't one of them. You know 10 ain't one of them. You know 10 ain't one of them.
Alright, so you can see we got the head off, and everything's been going pretty smoothly. None of the bolts broke, everything came out real easy. I was surprised, honestly, because usually the older trucks or older cars are just sometimes really hard to get apart. So in the next video, we're going to move on to doing the valve train work, and you get to see a whole bunch of that, and I step through the process for that one too. So until next time, love what you do.
If you're buying hardware freight tools, I feel bad for your son. I got 99 sockets, but a 10 ain't one of them.